computer. Okay, perfect. Hey everyone, if you hop on while I'm doing this, that's great. If you watch back later, that's fine too. But what I wanted to do tonight is I wanted to just chat with all of you about a few things. I would love for you, if you guys watched Emily Gibson's video about thought coaching, I would love some of your feedback on that. So basically her coaching model is pretty simple, right? It's you have a circumstance and then a thought and then a feeling and then an action and then a result. Okay. And so the whole premise then is whatever your circumstance is, that's all neutral. Okay. So in the scheme of business, right? Wherever you ended your points last month, let's say maybe you are really close to ranking senior silver and your points ended at 37 last month. And that's just a circumstance. It's not good or bad until you assign a thought to it. And so ending at 37 points, you might be tempted to think, oh, it's so far away, or I'm never going to get there. Well, that thought then creates a negative feeling about this circumstance. So the circumstance is neutral until you assign a thought to it. Whatever you choose to think about the fact that you ended at 37 points, and whatever thought you're having about where your points are ending up or whatever's going on in your business is how you're going to operate. So if your thought is producing feelings of frustration, then your actions might become inaction, and inaction is still an action. And then what are your results going to be? Nothing. Right. And so what we all have to remember is that this business is completely neutral. It's not right or wrong. It's not good or bad. It's completely neutral. Somebody not responding back to you is neutral. It's how you choose to think about it that is the problem. And even with this, U+3 challenge, if you are posting every day and you're going, oh, but no one's ordering. Well, okay. The circumstance is I've been posting every day, but if no one's ordering, you can decide if that's good or bad, but you also need to go back and remember that it's consistency. You can't expect 7 days of consistency to yield massive fruit and massive results, right? We don't put a seed in the ground and after 7 days go, why aren't you growing? We know it takes time. Okay, so be consistent. But anyway, I'd love your thoughts about that whenever you have time. Something I asked you all last month and the beginning of this month was to tell me what you're motivated by. And a lot of you told me you are motivated by helping others, which so am I, which is super great. And so you were like, well, I want to help others feel better. I'm not in this for the money. Well, we could talk about that later. Yeah, you are. I mean, everyone's doing something for money. Money makes the world go round, but you want to help others. Well, that's great. And what you need to remember is that by signing people on, you are helping them with their health, but you're also helping people financially. So the way this works is that, let me give you an example of our team. So it goes, let's start with Sarah. So it goes Sarah, Casey, Aaron, Cindy, Alexa, me. Okay. Every time I sign somebody up, okay, I receive points for that sign up, but then so does Alexa, and so does Cindy, and so does Aaron, and so does Casey, and so does Sarah. And the higher up it goes, like the more people above me, the less points they receive, but I'm still contributing to them financially. And so when we think about helping others, you are also helping people get healthy, but from a financial standpoint, anybody you sign on is also helping someone else above you financially. So for me, excuse me. So let's go further. So on this team, we have Kelsey, and underneath Kelsey is Katie, and underneath Katie is Corey. Okay, so that's one leg of this team. When Corey signed someone up, so Corey signed someone up today. Okay, so that gave Katie points, it gave Kelsey points, it gave me points. It's going to give the others up here. I talked about some points too, but that one order has this massive ripple effect of help financially. And that's why this business is so amazing. And that's why it's so important for you to teach any of your customers to do the referral program, because anyone that they help is also helping you too, as far as your point growth and finances. And so I want you to remember that. So when you are setting out to help people, remember anyone you bring on, you're helping them, but you're also helping your team grow. You're helping your upline and then them and then them. And something really cool happened for me. So I ranked Emerald in May, And then I have Alexa above me and Cindy. And while anything I do also contributes, they also have to do their own work to stay balanced. That's a story for another time. But what I'm saying to you is that above them then is Erin. So there's Erin, Cindy, Alexa, me. And Erin is also an Emerald. And I just re-ranked Emerald. And because of everything this team is doing, we have been able to push Erin into re-ranking Emerald, which is huge for her. She's getting bonuses each month, and she messaged me and she said, Shannon, I just want to say thank you, and I want you to tell your team thank you, because what you've done with this team is helping me out, and it's going to help me pay for my knee replacement surgery. So in the grand scheme of helping people, I want you to remember that you are helping those you're signing up, but then you're helping those above you in this business who have been here encouraging you or whatever. So I want you to think about that. If you're motivated to help people, you're always helping somebody when you sign someone on. And when Erin messaged me that, I thought that was just really amazing. I forget sometimes that what I'm doing here is bigger than me. It's bigger than our team. It's helping others also that are above us in this company. So think about that. And then the tip I wanted to bring to you guys tonight, and I wanted to have you think about, is who is your girl? So there's this girl named Kim McCloskey in our company. She's an Emerald. She just ranked her husband Emerald. They are a double Emerald family right now, which is huge. She has 3 kids. And in 2 years, she has built 2 legs to a 6-figure income standing within this company. And her and I are friends, and a lot of my systems are from her. And I messaged her and I said, tell me one thing in the last 6 months that you feel like you've honed in on that has really helped you. And she messaged me back and she said, I just know who my girl is. And what she meant is she knows who she's talking to. So we've talked before about branding yourself, right? What's your niche? Who are you about? Or what are you about? But she took it a step further and she said, I just know who I'm talking to. I know who I was before I started these products. Okay. Her hair was falling out. She had Hashimoto's. She was a yoga instructor. She no longer felt fit anymore. She was tired. She was exhausted. She felt like a failure. She was skeptical, all of these things. And so what she was telling me is, it's so important for everyone to know who their girl is. So my question for all of you to ponder is, who is your girl? When you go to post about Plexus, who are you talking to? And who you're talking to is who you were before you started using the products. And so I want you to go back to that. Who is that girl? How does she feel? What is she thinking? What is she struggling with? And if I go back to my girl feels like a failure. She feels defeated. She feels like she's done all of the right things and nothing is helping. She feels mad about her diagnosis. She feels like this isn't going to work. She feels desperate. Okay, that's how she feels. She's also, again, so I'm talking to a girl who has done everything, but it still hasn't worked. I'm also talking to a girl who feels ashamed of her struggles with anxiety, who feels like she failed her body, who feels like she's not a good mom because she doesn't have energy. I'm talking to that girl. Now, you yourself are talking to a different girl, and I don't know who that girl is because it all depends on who you were before you started Plexus products. And so bigger than a niche and bigger than branding yourself, I think, is thinking about who is your girl. Who are you talking to? Every time you make a Plexus post, who is that girl you're talking to? Because the people who resonate the most with your story are the ones that are going to trust you sooner. And those are the ones that you're going to enjoy having customers more because you share similar struggles. Okay. So I just want you to really think about that, journal about that, think about that. Who's your girl, and start posting to her, and then filter everything through her. So you could see a great post I do and then filter it through, okay, but I'm talking to this girl, right? Again, think about, what is she struggling with? What encouragement does she need? How is she feeling? What are her thoughts about herself and about life, right? And what does she need to hear from you today? And every day when you think about posting about Plexus, I want you to think about, what does that girl need to hear from me today? And that is your ideal customer. And that really is your niche in the grand scheme of, what am I talking about pertaining to Plexus? right? So I hope those are some helpful tips this week. Don't forget that we are finishing up the U+3 challenge. I think that's been going well. Some of you have probably been like, this is so easy to stay consistent. Some of you may be like, wow, posting 7 days in a row, I've never done that. We need to keep doing it. Consistency matters. And then a lot of us are doing the back to school reset this week. So be watching for those testimonies and share them as you see them, right? Share the testimonies from our team, because that's how people know that it's working. And then beyond that, this week with the U+3, I'm going to run a quick event in our health and happiness page, probably Thursday night, just a quick thing for people to be inviting their U+3 people to. So with that, that's what I have for us tonight. So message me if you have questions or you want to chat more, and I am going to stop this recording. And